New at 11 tonight, we're following a developing story out of Vidalia. Workers there are suing one of the large onion producers, claiming the farm favored legal immigrant workers. 41 NBC's Jasmine Williams talked with both sides on this case. She brings us more as they prepare to head to federal court.
The guest worker program is one of the key points in debate in the immigration legislation and is now a topic of controversy here in Vidalia. It allows large farms like this one to hire additional Mexican immigrant help during the harvest. But one group says the foreign workers are favored and the American workers are paid less. It's not the most desirable duties, working from dusk till dawn under that beaming sun.
Heat is when it's time to clip them, and cold is when it's time to plant them.
But for Sherry Thomason, these green acres represent jobs and crops. And with the influx of immigrant workers, she fears her future on the fields is now at stake.
Americans should get the same pay and the same opportunities to work as anybody else.
Until now, the Vidalia native spent the past 7 years picking her city's namesake onions at Stanley Farms. She is now one of 20 former farm workers suing the onion producer for racial discrimination. The lawsuit is filled with allegations that at Stanley Farms, American workers are mistreated, wages are withheld, and foreign workers are favored.
We weren't even getting minimum wage pay, and that's a lot of hours for a little pay.
Like many large farms nationwide, Stanley Farms hires immigrants during peak times using the guest worker program, but also hires locally. In a statement, the farm's president, R.T. Stanley, denied allegations of discrimination, saying, quote, "We are glad to hire anyone who is willing to work, but it's not for everyone. It is physically demanding seasonal labor, and it can be very hot during the harvest." For Thomason, the idea that Americans don't want the farm work is a bad perception associated with the immigration legislation.
And don't say we're not willing to go out there and do it when I know for a fact we are.
As long as the American and foreign workers are walking these same rows, she has one hope.
If I'm doing the same job, pay me the same wages.
Attorneys on both sides are currently in mediation, and we're waiting to hear back on what's next in this case. In Vidalia, Jasmine Williams, 41 NBC News.